Look what you created. Everything surrounding me, you made it. Everything's so beautiful the way it flows together.
Hey friend, it's your girl Janelle and I'm back with another video. And if you're new here, hey friend, welcome to my channel. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe down below. Today we are diving into the most iconic makeup trends that have happened in 2014 and 2018. It was a huge time for beauty, filled with innovation, influence, and a whole lot of highlighter. My goal is to show you how to add a pop of color into your everyday natural makeup look. Let's get right into it. First up, we're gonna start with our primer. I'm using a Power Grip Primer by e.l.f. First up, the Instagram evolution of makeup. Think full glam. Heavy contour, sharp brows, fluttery lashes, and matte lips, okay? Eyebrows were intense as well. Everybody was filling their eyebrows and there wasn't no light brows either. I'm gonna be using the NARS Radiant Foundation. That makeup became the standard of beauty on social media. Everybody was doing it. This era made influencers like Jaclyn Hill, Huda Kattan, Nikki Tutorials a household name. It's the era that made influencers who they are today. All the influencers that we see now, that era of 2014 to 2018 is how they became who they are now. Big household people and everybody knows who they are. Like, you're not gonna not know who they are. Jeffree Star. Another one of my faves is Time the Infamous. She was one of the girls that also helped me get into makeup and liking colored makeup. Like, that was a thing back in the day, to like have colored eyeshadow, and everybody's eyeshadow was bold and popping and vibrant. Nowadays, nobody's doing that. It's all about neutrals and bare face and natural. The natural, the better. And I'm not saying it's not cool to be natural. It definitely is. But where's the fun in makeup? Like, I miss that. I miss that era. That era was so fun, okay? It wasn't just a makeup trend, it was a cultural shift. I have to say, for the girlies that know, you know, that era was one of the best eras in makeup, hands down. Like, and I wish that I could have been a part of that era, like, to do makeup, but I was young. Like, I was a teenager, was not in that era of doing makeup. I definitely miss it sometimes. Like, that era was like the best. Like, that was the time when girls actually used to wear eyeshadow. Like, are y'all scared now? Like, what's going on? Don't be scared to add a pop of color into your eyeshadow. Like, it's okay. You will live. I'm going to be using the Tarte concealer in the color Tan Deep Sand. And we're going to talk about contouring, because that was the time when Kim Kardashian and Makeup by Mario came out with their infamous 3 contour, okay? And everybody was contouring their face, baby. When I say everybody, everybody. And if you don't know, her 3 is she would contour from here right here to her cheeks, and then go down by her jawline and contour, and then buff it in. And that was how she got that chiseled look, okay? By 2015, everybody had sculpted cheekbones, okay? They were sculpting like a pro. Of course, that also led to the opposite, which is highlighting, because highlighting became huge back then. I actually wish I was a part of the highlighting trend back then. I'm going to blend out my concealer into my under eye. I should have put my clips on. That would have made it so much easier. And I recently just decided to try a new concealer, but not on this video. I want to do more yellow tones, because this one's more of a neutral tone that I use, but I want to do more warm yellow tones so I can see what I look like with yellow tones on brown skin, you know what I'm saying? Because I be seeing a lot of brown skin girlies use yellow tones, and I feel like it just looks so much more natural and it looks so glowy and good. Like, I need that. Okay, so let's talk glow. Everybody was a glow baby back then, okay? 2016 to 2018, you were glowing, you was shining, you was popping, okay? I wish, like I said, I was a part of that era. Anastasia Beverly Hills came out with a palette back then that was a 4 quad palette, and it had different colors in it, not just neutral shades. Becca Cosmetics and Jaclyn Hill did a champagne pop collaboration back in 2015. Everybody named Mama was wearing that. Everybody named Mama wanted that, okay? I still want to try that. Let's just say that. In honor of this being a 2014 to 2018 video, I'm definitely gonna do the Contour 3. Never tried it, actually. This will be my first time, but I'm gonna do the Contour 3, even though I don't feel like it would really show on me as much. But we're gonna see. We're gonna find out together. You see that? Even though you don't see it on my forehead too much, but you'll see it a little bit later. Also, back then, everybody was doing YouTube tutorials, like it's called blinding highlight. People were layering their highlight and it was just blinding colors, like you strobe lights at that point. Oh, and they called it strobing, strobe highlighting with no contour. That was a short-lived viral trend that everybody did in that time frame. I should do that now as a thing. Let's just see what it still looks like. Yeah, it was short-lived. It did not last that long, okay? I'm gonna buff in my contour. And when you're doing makeup, you always wanna do your creams first. Anything that's with cream, you wanna do that first before you lay down your powders. I see a little difference. I've never contoured my forehead, ever. Just like how you didn't see me put no concealer up there, I don't put concealer on my forehead. I should try it though, huh? Do a little bit. Should do a little bit, huh? Just a little dab. Won't hurt nobody. Ooh, dab. Especially to blend in and to bring out that color. And then I'm gonna blend that in with my contour that I just did. So it should blend in very nicely. Trust the process. I forgot to mention that Becca's Champagne Pop became one of the best-selling highlighters of all time, okay? And let's not forget about the brows, okay? This is how I normally do my eyebrows, but the girlies back then would block out their out their eyebrows, and the arches used to be very pristine and arched, okay? Arched. It's actually hard to do my eyebrows and talk. No more thin lines. 2014, 2018 was all about bold brows. Everybody had bold arches, bold brows. They were filled all the way in. And now we have something like that's called like feather brows, where you barely fill them in, but you fill them in a little bit. That's how I like to do my eyebrows, because it looks more natural. But I kind of still miss those bold arched eyebrows. Like, they were actually cute, okay? And Anastasia Beverly Hills was the go-to product for this with her brow pomade. And that's what I'm currently actually using. And I still use that till this day. I'm using the color dark brown. It's the dip pomade. And that also was an era where microblading became a thing. I just like to have my eyebrows arched because I don't have very much eyebrows, so I do still try to fill them in a little bit on the parts that's sparse. But for the most part, these are my feather brows. Just a little bit. During this time frame, YouTube exploded with a bunch of makeup tutorials. One who really paved the path was someone called Michelle Phan. I actually almost forgot about her until recently. And she used to have some really innovative editing, and her makeup was always so nice and pretty, and just, it was different from what you would normally see ever. Like, I can't even explain it. You just have to go look at some of her old videos. I'm using the Huda Beauty blush in the color Sunset Lychee. Jaclyn Hill, Jeffree Star, and James Charles all were influencers during that time that also were changing the game. Jaclyn Hill was definitely somebody who I watched back then. Like, she definitely gave the girlies what they wanted, in my opinion. Like, I love listening to her. I could watch her all day. And yeah, a lot of people feel like she's a drama starter. I'll get into that later. But she always had drama around her, low-key, and her name and things like that. Their reviews, their tutorials, they were the ones who sold out brand products officially. they were the ones who made products sell out overnight because they would advertise the products on tutorials and make people want to buy it. Like, oh, I need that, okay? And overnight, YouTube became the makeup school because that's what everybody was going to watch, how to do makeup. And that's how I got into makeup and being who I am today. I'm gonna set my face using the Laura Mercier setting powder. I recently just bought the Huda Beauty setting powder and I can't wait to try it. So moving on to the eyes, what we're here for, teach you guys how to do a quick and simple eyeshadow look using a pop of color, okay? And we're gonna be using the 𝒏𝒔𝒕𝒂𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒎s. I'm going back to the 2000s, okay? I'm using the OG Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm gonna use a Makeup Mario palette. I might not use it, but we'll see, because Jaclyn might have all that I need, okay? And I'm gonna talk about the no makeup look, because that's the era that we're currently in. But it's like that era is not gonna ever go nowhere. It's simplistic, it's natural, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start off with the P. Louise base. I have the colors, I think it's 001. It's a very white shade, and this is how you get all your eyeshadows to pop. If you don't know, now you know. Okay, I feel like nobody's doing color, so I feel like I wanted to share a way to do color, but do it in an innovative way that makes you feel like you're still looking natural and not doing too much. That was the purpose of me doing this video. If you made it this far, hey friend, we almost done. So we're gonna pat this all over our eye, and yes, it does look a lot bright white, but I'm gonna blend it into my skin. And then when I finish adding it up to my eyebrow almost, I'm going to pat it with my fingers to blend the rest in. And then we're just gonna go in with our eyeshadow. So I'm gonna take my finger and I'm gonna blend it in so I don't have any harsh lines. Glossier is the champion of the no makeup look with the slogan, skin first, makeup second. And yes, if your skin looks good, your makeup's gonna look good because you have a good foundation. That's the key, and that's basically what they were trying to promote. It was showing that beauty is becoming more skin focused than just about wearing makeup and covering up the flaws. So it also taught how to be minimalist with makeup so that way you don't feel like you need to wear makeup. It was also to make people feel more comfortable in their own skin. I'm gonna be using this shade by Jaclyn Hill. Find the color that's most neutral to your skin tone, and you're gonna put that in your crease right above. But on another note, 2017 was an era where Fenty launched her 40 shades of inclusivity, bear with me, okay? But inclusivity of shades that every shade could wear, any color could wear. It was very broad. And it also changed the game for makeup for other companies to feel like they needed to be more inclusive with their color ranges and include everybody, which she has changed the game, honestly. I'm gonna zoom into my eyes so you can see. But she has definitely changed the game. She made it more inclusive for everybody because there's more shades than just, oh, I'm a brown girl, I'm a dark skinned girl, I'm a darker skinned girl. Like, there's so many shades of women in pale skins as well. Paler skins, yeah. But we're gonna blend this in. Fenty definitely challenged the industry to be more inclusive. It was a good representation of all skin colors and all skin types, especially Black women, just have to say it. Like I said, I'm trying to do something really simple. So we're gonna try to do like 3 to 4 colors. I'm gonna use this shade right here at the top for the Makeup by Mario palette. It's very neutral, it's shimmery, and I'm gonna put this all across my lid. But next we're gonna talk about the indie brand takeover. And what I mean by indie brands is brands that are independently owned. Not like Estee Lauder or L'Oreal or Maybelline, not big corporate businesses, but independently owned where they sell offline and they're not in stores. But when you put this all over your lid, it's gonna give that natural glow. And sometimes I like to take my finger and apply it on top because it shows so much better with the warmth of the finger. Some of these brands include ColourPop, Morphe, Juvia's Place, Sugar Pill, Jeffree Star, and so many more. You see that? It almost looks like the same white, but it's really not. It has some shimmer to it. And these brands were on social media everywhere, and influencers on YouTube were advertising their products, and they had a lot of endorsements with these companies. If you hear screaming, that's my kids. Sorry about that. But they had a lot of endorsements with these companies, and they advertised them, and they made their money, honey. This is how influencers became popular, because they realized influencers could sell products along with the champagne pop and the highlighters and things like that. YouTube during that era, that's how the influencers became influencers, honestly. Okay, so now it looks like this. I do want to add some depth back into the eye over here in the corner. So I'm going to take a darker shade of brown, something darker than my skin tone, probably this one or this one. And I'm going to blend it in at the corner, tap out the excess, and we're just going to tap that right in the outer corner and blend it in just a little bit towards the middle, just to give that blend effect. You see that? And then if it's harsh, you're gonna take your blending brush that you used previously and you're gonna blend it out. Or a clean blending brush, like so. You see that? You see the difference? It just gave it a little oomph, you know? Natural, but we're gonna make it pop, okay? Next, we're gonna do our pop of color, and I'm gonna be using the 𝒏𝒔𝒕𝒂𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒎s palette, this blue color called Leo. And we're gonna talk about lipsticks and how they became, well, we're gonna talk about matte lipsticks, because matte lipsticks became real popular back then, especially because of Kylie Jenner back in 2015 when she had her lips done and she did lip liners and overlined her lips. It was so popular. Everybody wanted to be like her. Everybody wanted to have full lips and not actually do the lip filler. And she taught people how to do that by telling them to overline their lips. And that's the new thing. That's the thing people started to do. And also people started this challenge where they were doing bottle, what is it called? They were putting their lips into bottles and they made their lips big. Check that out. You'll probably see videos on that. But that literally was like an era, a thing. People wanted non-transferable lip liners, and I would only recommend two, which would be the Huda Beauty and the Remedy by Ari. Those two, they last me all night and they barely transfer. When I say barely, I say that lightly because it takes a lot for them to transfer, and they look so good and they last all night almost, okay? I don't have to really reapply them. And matte lipsticks were definitely, especially the liquid ones, were definitely drying. Tell me, how do you guys like this pop of color? It is popping, like definitely like hello, but it's cute and it's still natural. It's just like a little peekaboo, right? And then I'm gonna add some eyeliner down at the bottom. I'm gonna do black eyeliner. I feel black eyeliner always makes things look good. Sometimes brown eyeliner, but that's gonna be my pop of color and it still looks natural. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna add my lashes and I'm gonna come back. Okay, so I wanted to be transparent and show you my makeup without the eyeliner. So you could see, like, I have eyeliner on this side and I want you to see what you would look like without the eyeliner. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what it would look like. This is what it would give. But if you know how to do liner, then go ahead and, you know, do the liner. But, you know, I just think the liner just gives it a little oomph. And I did do bottom eyeliner as well. And I'm gonna put my lash on for this eye and come back. See my lashes, eyeliner, no eyeliner. And it's still giving from both ways. You feel me? I like it. Do you? Okay, and lastly, we're gonna talk about influencer drama. They had so much drama back then with influencers. It wasn't just about makeup. It was about who was promoting what. And a lot of people felt like a lot of promoters were lying just to sell something at that time, especially Jaclyn Hill. everybody feels like she was just saying, oh, this is good and this is good and this is good, and just, you know, getting promotions, getting paid promotions for it, which I kind of can agree, but I still like her, and I still probably would still buy anything that she tell me to, and that's kind of like the sad part, okay? Just the sad part. People were clout chasing friendships, apologies on old tweets. Fans and tea pages were talking about everything, calling out the influencers on their BS. So everything was a lot questionable back then. And I think that's how things are being more questionable now, because they're realizing back then they were getting called out on their crap then. And now it's like people see past the BS. They can see past it. It affected how people could trust certain influencers, which also affected the marketing sometimes. But if you trusted the person, you bought it. Like I said, I trusted Jaclyn Hill. I used the Huda Beauty lip pencil in the color Rich Brown, Lip Contour 2.0. Do you see that? Love this color. It's so nice. And I like that her pencils, they sharpen by themselves. Like, not sharpen by themselves, but you top it. Like, that is so good. I love that. I've never seen a product like that. And I'm going to use my Huda Beauty Faux Filler Lip Gloss in the color 𝒏𝒔𝒕𝒂𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒎s. This is from the 𝒏𝒔𝒕𝒂𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒎s launch, which I love this 𝒏𝒔𝒕𝒂𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒎s color. It's so nice. Very nice. So influencers were getting called out on overselling. That's basically it. This is how my makeup turned out. I hope you guys like it. What do you guys think about this pop of color? And is it giving neutral to you? Does it give I'm still neutral without doing too much? You know what I mean? Let me know down in the comments, and let me know if you guys decide to try this makeup look even in another color or a different way. Like, you could do this in your waterline down here. You could do this in your crease area and then do a neutral shade in your, what is this called? Your eyelid. But there you have it. 2014 to 2018 was wild, glamorous, and very controversy for makeup, okay? They gave you all the tea, gave you all the tips and the trends, and they brought it to you through YouTube, like how I'm planning on bringing it to you. Well, not the drama, but, you know, bringing the tips, okay? That's the intention. Those years laid out the foundation of what beauty is today, as we know it, and how we have so many influencers, and they paved the way for us. I hope I was able to help you feel more confident in wearing more color in your everyday makeup, or even if you're going out to just go out with friends or go out to brunch or anything, to just add that pop of color into your makeup, no matter what color it is, just to go out and feel confident to do it, you know? Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, because if you don't, you can't keep up with me. And let me know which trends you loved, hated, or missed and wish it would come back. Let me know down in the comments. Thank you for watching. It's your girl Janelle, and I'll be back with more videos. Peace.